See me one locks. Me two locks. I'm a Rasta for life. Oh yes, I am. A Rasta for life will always be one. Not change for nobody. No, not changing for a soul. I'll always be a Rasta for life. Yeah, I was doing some turtle thingy, but it didn't work out. So, and the goldfish and stuff. So as we go along, creating our own original content because we don't want to be like everybody else. So because you don't want to be like everybody else, you're not going to really attract others. But you continue on your path and you don't come off your path, right? So as you create content on social media and as you present yourself on social media, you try not to be like everybody else, right? You're an individual. So you should have an individual mindset, and you should also have an individual concept of how you feel about stuff, right? Abrielle, how are you, sweetheart? When you try to when you try to when you try to follow the lead, okay, do you hear that? When you try to follow the lead. No, I will not be following no lead. We all must try to maintain leadership form. And as black women, we should really try to be leaders and not followers. Because usually what happens is that we end up, following um, you know, um, people who you might say, well, I like their concepts and so forth, which is okay, but as long as you're being inspired. Now, when it comes to social media, because this is where we're on social media, but you don't make social media your life. I'm just looking at the fish, the goldfish and stuff. You don't make social media your life. You create content. That's right, Abrielle. Exactly. Abrielle gets the concept, right? Abrielle gets the concept. Good. Which means as you're leading, you want your viewers and you want your followers, right, to respect your points of views. You also, as the platform holder, you respect your viewers and your commentators. Yes, some of them can be rude. We know this, me, myself. Hi, Terry. But as black women, we are natural leaders. We are natural leaders. Natural leaders, black women. All women. But I'm a black woman, so I'm going to pick up the black women, right? But all women are leaders, right? You just have to know who you're leading and who's following you. Very important. Very important. Because as a leader, you want to know who's in your clan and who really loves you, who really likes you, and who really, really dislikes you. But they're just a part of the clan, just to be a part of the clan. Now, when it comes to forgiveness, I don't see any thumbs up. I don't see no likes. I don't see none of that. But I expect this on this page, right? I expect that. It's nothing new for me. And that's why I continue to do what I do. Because it's not about thumbs up. Because no matter what, I'm a Rasta for life. It's not going anywhere. Which means you ain't got to ever, 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 ever thumbs up anything I present. Never. Baloo, my health is good. Even though I'm smoking weed, which is the healing of the nation. So yes, my health is good. Thank you, darling. You know, thank you. And I'm doing well. And I'm here on I'm a Rasta for Life. Good. Ukraine. Are you for real, Terry? Terry, if what you're saying is true and I would rather it not be. I would rather that it is not true. But if it is true, right? That you're from the Ukraine and you're a military doctor and you lost a leg and a hand, the only comforting words that I can give you, out of the 15 people, there's one thumbs up. One. 15 of you guys and one thumbs up. It's terrible. The only comforting words that I could give you is this. It is better for you to enter the kingdom of heaven maimed than to enter fully complete and you're riddled with sin. If thy right hand offend thee, cut it off. If your left eye offend thee, pluck it out. Not that it's an offense, but at least when you enter those gates, you're whole. You'll be okay. Listen, Terry. They have all kinds of artificial attachments and all of these things when it comes to the hands and so forth and so forth. This is advanced technology, we know that. And even with the leg, they're called prostheses, right? They're, prostheses. Even with the leg, you have the prosthesis for the leg. Even for the hand, even if it's, if it's below the wrist, whatever, above, you have the prosthesis also for the hand. But yes, it's a traumatic event. It's traumatic. It's traumatizing. And you have to get over that trauma. Terry, darling, you're 30. I'm old enough to be your mother. Thank you. I'm old enough to be your mother, Terry. All right? Now, I have a daughter, but she's already taken. Thank you, Terry. Thank you. Yes. When it comes to forgiveness, this is what I want to talk about as we discuss. Is it hard? Is it hard for anyone on the live to forgive anyone? Have you forgiven anyone? You know, is it easy to forgive? Should we forgive others? Come on, it's a question. Is it hard for you to forgive others? A lot of people, who present themselves as God-fearing people, especially on social media, in our Jamaican diaspora. Yeah, I'm going to go there, right? I'm going to go because culturally, this is, who I'm attached to. As much as I watch other things culturally, but what I have um, observed amongst the culture of Jamaica is that they're very into this, pretending of being God-fearing, right? They have this culture that, I'm not saying all, I'm just, saying some. They have this presence of being very God-fearing and leaving everything to the Father to take care of situations. Now, when it comes to forgiveness, what is it behind forgiveness? Where has the concept of forgiveness come in? Where did you know about forgiving? Where did you learn about forgiveness? Ones need to ask themselves that. You holier than thou people. Yeah. You holier than thou people. Where did you learn the concept of forgiveness? And what does it mean to you? Are you easy to forgive? Or will you never, ever, ever forgive anybody ever, ever again? I will never forgive you. Never, ever, ever. Have you ever said that to anyone? I'll never forgive you. Has anyone ever said that they will never forgive someone? As long as they live, I will never forgive you. Oh, it's not funny, but I'm just putting drama into it. Okay, so you guys are all forgiving people. Everybody forgives everybody. And everybody just goes along their merry way because everybody is so forgiving. Yeah, get out of here. Untrue. That's not true. Okay. The concept of being forgiving, it comes from the Almighty, right? Because we always, as humans who have faith or believe in a higher being, we always say, the Lord will forgive me. I'm seeking forgiveness from the Almighty, right? Or from, Jesus. He forgives all sins, right? Okay, so is it a one-way street? Ask yourself, are you only to be forgiven. Just you, right? The individual, right? When you're seeking forgiveness, it's just about you, right? And you're going to God, you're going to Jesus, you're going to whomever, because you're seeking forgiveness. Now, this is what I observe with ones on social media. Don't kill the messenger, I'm just the messenger. What I observe, hi Jeanette Newbold, what I observe on social media is that ones are not in tune to the concept of being forgiven. Now, there's a parable, and it's, telling you about a servant who, was kind of wayward with his master. And, the master said, well, you know what? I forgive you because, you know, everything's cool. I forgive you. Now, the servant, he's on his high horse and stuff, and he sees a friend who owes him, and the friend doesn't want to pay him, or he's unable to pay him at the time. And the servant threatens the friend, if he doesn't pay him, he's going to call the, he's going to call the popo, and he's going to get him locked up, which he did. Okay, so now after this incident, the servant's master heard what he did, and he said, I was able to forgive you for your transgression, but yet you went out there and you did this to somebody else. It is what it is. Hi, honey. You went out and you did this to somebody else, and you got this person locked up, right? Where's your forgiving spirit? So I can forgive you, but you can't forgive another? So he punished him for that severely, right? He punished him for his wicked ways. Now, that concept, now I don't have my Hebrew Bible here. I got this other Bible here, so I'm very perturbed. But anywho, so that concept, and I don't have my glasses. Okay, so likewise, your heavenly Father, he will do unto you the same thing. If your hearts forgive not, everyone is brethren and sistren their trespasses. Which means, if somebody has transgressed against you, revenge is mine, saith the Lord. Good? Okay. You have to remember that in order to forgive, you have to be forgiven, right? If you come across an individual who has transgressed against you in the worst way, you're not supposed to hold a grudge in your heart. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to be able to forgive that person and love them from afar. There's nothing wrong with you forgiving somebody. If they've said something about you, if they've hurt you in any way, right? It is what it is, right? No, but this is the Father telling us this. Matthew 18, verses 35 in these people book. In the Hebrew book it's different, right? But this is what the Father is telling us, because he is like man. Don't forget that. He is. And the concept is this. When you go to the Creator and ask him for forgiveness, you don't expect him to forgive you? I'm just asking for a friend. When you go to the Christ and ask him for forgiveness because he died for our sins, correct? You don't expect to be forgiven. If God was like man, he's clearly telling us that him is like man, and he will punish you because you want him to forgive you, a mere human being, and yet you cannot forgive another human being. How that work? I'm asking for a friend as we make content. And that's one little chapter in Matthew 18. So nobody can say nothing to me about anything, because God is like man, because God as man was walking in the flesh. And this is from Matthew, who was walking with who? God in the flesh. Y'all got it twisted. So he is like man. Please don't stop saying if God was like man. He is. He was man in the flesh as Christ. So he can't talk these things. When you forgive somebody of any transgression, that don't mean say you and them have to be bat against bench either. No, no. You have freed these individuals of any type of guilt, any type of anxiety, any type of other feelings they might have, because they might want that, forgiveness, which is okay. Because according to the Father, we're supposed to forgive. And nobody can tell me nothing about that's not true. Because then you are going to get it. Not from me, but from him. Because it's written in scriptures. It's not me I talk, I make content. It's written in scriptures. And you have to be able to comprehend what that means. Seriously. Because you have to think of yourself as an individual. Lord, please forgive me. I didn't mean it. And I'm begging you. And you want him to forgive you. You want the Father to forgive you, right? You're hoping he'll forgive you. Now, if he doesn't forgive you, the Father, what does this mean? So he's telling us he will forgive us. But we as human beings are not willing to forgive others. And we say we're God-like, Christ-like, Jesus-like, this year like, and all of these things. But because Una is such a bunch of bandwagonists, all of that goes out the door. That all goes out the door. Because it's just a whole heap of yapping and talking. Okay. You forgive somebody and you love them. You don't have to be friends. You don't have to be anything with these individual people who have transgressed against you. Right? But for your own cleanliness of soul and spirit and heart and everything, You go back to the words. You go forward to the words, the scriptures, the word. And consciously you have to say, well, you know, he's watching me. He's watching to see if, and I really don't want to, man. I just don't want to. I don't. I just, oh. And then you get to know yourself. And then you start think. You say, well, you know, perhaps something happened and, they just went crazy and stuff and they got all tied up with their emotions and most of the times, these people, they don't even mean what they're saying. They're just hurt, hurt and looking attention from all angles and, but I'm the one that's getting everything, So sad. But you know what? Like the Father said, have a forgiving heart. But you see, me will forgive but that don't mean say me and you are go friend. Me I go forgive them. But me I warn you. Me no friend, no nothing wrong here. Me I go see you hard way over there and wave. But that's it. I've forgiven you though. Don't have no grudge in my heart for you. I forgave you. Real talk, me forgive you. But that don't mean say, because me forgive you, say me and you, I go skip to Malou down the block. No. So, consciously, because we're conscious, we're not unconscious people. We're conscious people. Consciously, when you're dealing with people, individuals, in the realms of our Creator, if you really love Him, if you really love Him and adore Him and worship Him and admire Him, you'll do what He says. Right? You'll do what He says, right? No, you do what people tell you to do. This is people. This is how they operate. They do what people tell them to do. Right? That's yeah, yeah. Right? So that's the path. That's the wide path, the wide one, the big wide one where everybody just jump in. The narrow path, the narrow one is where nobody can tell you what to do. And you take that narrow path. You take the narrow path because why? You're seeking the Almighty and you don't want to tick Him off. Real big Ooman things. So as we get older, hi Anita darling. As we get older, it's easy to have a forgiving spirit. Because you have all kinds of temperaments, right? Because you can more, decipher stuff and say, well, I know nothing that. But you don't hold no malice in your heart. There's no malicey feelings. You just know that you've moved on. And always remember that when you forgive somebody, it's not an apology. It's not you saying, I'm sorry for anything. No. An apology is an apology. When you forgive, it's because of all of the things that you've been exposed to, the things you've heard, all of the, everything. If you've been betrayed, if you've been cheated on, if you got divorced, you got locked up in prison, whatever, and you're blaming others for all of the transgressions that has happened to you. The only thing left for you to do is to also forgive yourself first. And to know, say that you yourself, you have to find, that, forgiving spirit in you first. And a lot of people don't have that, and that's why they cannot move forward. You full body open, what that means, sweetheart? Do you see my full body open? Do you see my full body open? I want to see where you see my full body open. Where you see my full body open? Again, Ishan, because you sound Ethiopian. Amaseganelu. Amaseganel Hugh. Eshi. Ma. Anything else you want to say? No, no. I'm creating my content, which a lot of people cannot create content. They come on people's platforms and make their little dirty comments and think they're going to scare people away. Not over here you won't. Not over here you won't, bald little dick. Gain Shane, you got a little dick like this. Look, you got a wiener dick. Look, this is you. This is you, Gain Shane. Look, look. You look. This is you, right? This is you in your pants like this. So don't come over here, boo boo. Don't come over here, dude. Don't, cause you got a wiener dick. Look, wiener. You got a little pea pod of a penis. Lay down, gaming guy. I want you to lay on your back with your hands tied behind your head. You shut up, gaming guy. I'm going to tell your mother to shut up. The two of y'all, shut up. The two of you, gaming guy and Gain Shan, you two wiener dick people, shut up. Wieners. You ain't got no cucumbers, you got wieners. Shut up. You two better subscribe because you so into bodies and I'm into wieners. You need to subscribe and keep it moving, or you can go take the yellow brick road. I'm here trying to create content and here you guys come. Stop it. Gaming guy, shut up. Did you subscribe at least while you're being fresh? God, they're so fresh. My Lord. I forgive you. I forgive you, gaming guy. It's good to engage with your viewers because all I'm trying to do, thank you, baby. All I'm trying to do is get, my own viewership going, right? I want to get different, various individuals of all different cultures, race, black, white, pink, orange, yellow. I'm not biased. Because I'm European, by the way, so So, and I love you guys. You're so fresh. You guys are so like, and you like older women too. Yeah, so I'm just talking about forgiveness. Thank you for the thumbs up. I like to, do original content. I don't like to bandwagon. Gaming guy, you know what? Shut up, gaming guy. I don't like to bandwagon. People feel that if you are not on the, same path that they're on, that you just become like, please. And that's the mindset of individuals on social media. It's all a popularity contest. It's all a popularity contest. And I'm not that competitive when it comes to, social media antics. No, I'm too grown for all of that. I believe, hi color girl, I believe original content is always the best way to go. Because even though once what hear the same thing over and over again, it becomes a brainwashing tactic. And nobody's not brainwashing me. No, 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 no. I'm not going to let these little individuals on social media attempt to brainwash I'm a Rasta for life. Because if you listen to this garbage every day, you become brainwashed. Yeah, you become brainwashed. It's a mechanism that's used even in all the wars. All of the wars ever, 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 ever being had, they all use brainwashing tactics. You don't have social media gaming guy? No problem, honey. Just come on when you see me on. They all use brainwashing tactics. Yeah. And it's really meant to drive you crazy and to get you to talk. I am. How am I, gaming guy? How am I? Where does this dude come from? What do you mean? What kind of comment is that? How? Am I trying to hang myself? What are you talking about? Hmm? You're trying to kill yourself. Oh, perhaps you're responding to what I'm saying. I don't know. Let me give you a chance, because sometimes you guys comment stuff, but it's in response, and we the platform holders take it in a complete different way. I'm talking about brainwashing. I'm not talking about killing yourself. It's This is not cigarettes, baby. It's weed. WEED, ganja, GANGA, or commonly known or grown as in the fields, cannabis sativa. That's made by my father. And if my father made it, it's not going to kill me. Drugs will. Good? Okay. Thank you. And I don't do drugs. I do plants. Oh, you think you're talking to a nut job over here? Hmm? You think I'm on here just to be an idiot? No, I'm not. Anything you come to me with, I can answer you very clear and correctly, because I'm not a ding-dong. There's a lot of ding-dongs on social media. I'm not one of them. I'm not a pretend individual. I'm real as you could ever be real. This is as real as you're going to get. This black woman. So not pretending around here to impress nobody, because I'm not on here to impress no one. Because half of these people who impress you are pretend people. So don't look over here to be impressed, because you ain't going to get it. Good? All right then. Hi, Mr. King. Good. This is what you guys got to keep on realizing with this one. I got white hair. I've been told to diet. I've been told to do all kind of stuff. No, I am a real person. I'm not a pretend person. I'm real, real, real. Sure, Mr. King, go ahead. So this is how you create your content. You engage with your viewers, even if they're rude. And you know, these guys, they, men are attracted to women. There's nothing wrong with that. And so it should be. They shouldn't be attracted to no one else but a woman. How old are you, darling? How old are you, Mr. King? That's the question. Because, from the beginning of time, Mariam, she was what? She was 14, 15, and she married Joseph, who was way older than her, must be 50 plus or 40 plus. Because when Christ was born, he was already white. Mr. King, if you ever, so you're 21, okay. So how are you old and ugly and sad and you're 21? You are now an adult. I'm not getting it. Why is your girlfriend telling you at 18, 19, 20, 21? You're 3 years older than her. Why is she telling you that you're old and ugly and sad? Why is she telling you that? Then she doesn't need to be your girlfriend. If she's doing that to your ego and your madness, because now you're 21, you're a legal adult. Why do you need a girlfriend like that who's telling you these things? Why? What she's doing is what now? Bringing down your self-esteem? No, you need to get rid of her. Come beat me, girlfriend. Come beat me. You don't need a girlfriend like that, okay? Real talk. And she's 18, she's young. If anything, you should be with an older chick, like 25 or something like that. Now that would be adventurous. Yeah, so when you're building your platform, all of you guys that, that want to have a platform, it's going to take a while, but you just have patience, right? And you build it and you build it and you don't listen to the naysayers. Even if you see sometimes your views go down, they go up, they fluctuate, and you think people are not watching. You got silent watchers, you got trolls, you got all these kinds of people who's watching you to see what are you about. And then they make up their mind, you know what, I don't like her, she's boring, she's not full of excitement. We need some, everybody's looking that excitement, that racing of emotions. And if you don't give it to these people, gaming guy, he says no. And Joe Gonzalez, hi Joe darling. And that's what people like. They want to be excited, they want to be entertained. And if you don't give them that, then it's like you don't have a voice, but that's not true. That's not true. Amex. You have to have a personality. And ones must want to be able to watch you, even if you're not talking about nada. Even if you're just talking about, forgiveness. It's original content. And no one can take away your originality. No one can do that. No one. But how many of us are original? None of that. And even when you show people how to be original, it's not really about being original. On social media, it's basically about views and subs. Yeah, it's about views and subs. And people, who are vested into social media, it's a competition where it comes to views and subs. It's sad. And growing your channel, your platform, your social media presence will reflect on who you are, right? It will reflect. And if you can only talk about X amount of topics and it's the same topics that everybody else is talking about, a little group, after a while it gets redundant, because as you scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll, everybody talking about the same thing, the one little thing. Gaming guy was, gaming guy, you got issues. What is all of this? But at least my viewers are engaging with me. They're being entertaining. Right? Gaming guy, he's doing his little thing here. It's just wonderful. And he's on my platform. He's not being rude. He's not being rude, but he's engaging and he's being himself, which is good. Exactly, gaming guy. Exactly. A lot of people don't like that. They'll run, block him, block gaming guy, block. They do all of this. No, you don't have to block. Only if they're rude. And they're calling you names and they're saying stuff. He's just doing his little thingy there. It's not a big deal. He's going, wee! I like your sense of humor. I like people who got good sense of humor like him. He's going, wee! Who's Connor? Who's Connor? Hassan, Hossein, Kazemi. Hi, darling. I like that name, Hossein. Connor. Wait. I'm lost. Gaming. Oh, God, I lost him. Where did he go? Anyway. Who's Connor? Oh, perhaps gaming guy's talking to somebody. I don't know. Yes, Hossein, don't forget to subscribe, darling. Oh, there's his friend. Okay, these two right here. These two. Connor and gaming guy. He just called Connor over. Yo, come over here. Come over here, Connor. We got this old lady here we gonna freak with tonight. Yeah, I wish the two of y'all would. Connor, don't forget to subscribe over to the old lady channel. Good. We're just showing them, gaming guy and me, we're just showing the haters how we engage with our viewers, and how I got Connor, I got gaming guy over here, and those are my buddies, and if y'all say anything, watch what's up. Real talk. Connor just got gaming guy. Okay, you see? Gaming guy's telling Connor to sub. This is what we talking about. We keep gangsting gully over here. And this is what I'm trying to show you guys. This is not just a Jamaican diaspora thing here. This is the all worldwide business over here. Okay? And when we start doing lives together and I start getting you all on here with me in all different languages, just talking your thing, Russian, Prussian, Slavic, French, German, Dutch, whatever. Hi, vegan, right? And then you're going to see what's up, because it's not just going to be English. It's going to be all universal, worldwide people who just have something to say on I'm a Rasta for life. And so what, gaming guy? Are we counting numbers? This is what I'm talking about. It's not about the crowd. It's not about the crowd. Sometimes I have thousands of people on here, but then, sometimes people just go away and disappear or whatever. Sometimes I get hundreds of people, and sometimes I get 100, 200. Big deal, whoopie-doo. Because when you're not engaging in the same nonsense every day like everybody else, that particular set is not going to watch you because they know you ain't talking about what they talking about. That's all. That's all. But I'm not worried about that because for me, it's not about always jumping on the bandwagon. It's not. It's not. It's not. I have nearly 4,000 subs, which means who watch, who don't watch. But I'm not depending on other masses of people to come over here and watch me. No, I'm not. Who you telling, Vegan? We got to meet up somewhere, girl, because it's going to be off the chain. I'm so excited. I'm not even going to talk about it because, once we meet up and we do the do and the da and all of that, girl, who you telling? Yeah, there's an event coming up July 13th. It's going to be at Amazuru. Yes, it is, guys. And we all going to be there because homegirl, she coming to America. And there's a big greeting me. And we are all excited to know we're going to be able to meet each other. Angela Lewis, I don't know if you're going to be there. I hope you is. It is what it is. Vegan, observing the whole out with the whole. And it's basically for us to meet up with each other. It's really not about her, right? Right? It's not about her. It's about us. So this greeting me is really about us meeting up with all of everybody. It's just going to be so beautiful. I mean, she'll be there, she'll be there doing her thing. But we will be there just like, Vegan, observing, Angela, Rasta. Oh yeah, and I will, trust me, you know me, I have no behavior. I will be smoking weed outside. Yes, I will. No, 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 this is New York. Don't play with me. What? Oh no, I'll be outside in the corner somewhere. No, I will be. No, seriously. So nobody no get no. Oh God, Rasta outside. I smoke weed. I won't be the only one. I have no behavior. Amazora is big. Amazora is big. Oh yeah, there's bathrooms too. I forgot. Yeah. No, but we can't do that. No, I'll be on my best behavior. I promise, guys. Now, if I see people I light up in other place, I'm sorry. I'm joking. I don't think they will though, because there's gonna be church music playing. Oh yeah, we need Glamour Wayne. Glamour Wayne is the one. It's not Lava. Nah. You need Glamour Wayne for this event, yo. Are you crazy? If you want a DJ, get Glamour Wayne. He do all of the Christian song them. He keep him white affair with the pure Christian music. Everybody I jump up in that them white, the whole lady them, the whole man them, everybody. Glamour Wayne, he got all the revival Christian songs you could think of. Every Christian song in what? He'll have you all up there jumping up and down on a white frock. I mean, on an outfit. I won't be. Yeah, but if you want a good DJ for this kind of event, Glamour Wayne is the one with the religious Christian tap music. Hi, Hussein, darling. So I say Glamour Wayne, not Lava. No. Lava's good for dance hall. Don't get me wrong. He's a wonderful DJ. He's fantastic. I love him. But for this event where you want the Christian circular music, it's got to be Glamour Wayne. No one else but Glamour Wayne. I know his girlfriend. Oh, God. Yeah, thank you, guys. I'm just doing my thing. I don't know where Connor went. Gaming guy, he'll be back. Hussein, darling, he'll be back. But like I said, we're just growing ourselves, right? It's not about having a crowd. You'll only have a crowd when there's drama. He say, she say. And we can't bother with the he say, she say business. I'm too old for it. I'm sorry. In the beginning, it was kind of, but it's, no, I can't. I feel like no. We can't. It's too much energy. I cannot do it. It's just too much. It's too much. It's too much. And it's the same cast of characters every year. I'm tired. We need some new characters. I'm sorry. We can't deal with the same cast of character every year as the same people. Then I'm tired of them, man. Tired. Come on, I'm not gonna give these people no oomph. Anybody I give me any highlight, I will call up for my name 24-hour idea, and you got these ding dongs over there creating all kind of havoc for how much years, and people still I call up them name. You ain't gonna get me talking about them. Once in a blue moon, yes. Mixy and messy. One day, mixy and messy. But the holy every, I told you, it's brainwashing. Guys, you might not believe it. Look up what brainwashing means. Get me your arm. Go. Hold on. What you want to get? Oh my God, take up. I need a dictionary. Let me take these things up. Yeah. All right, take up those things. This kid. Come on, okay, close the door. You mentioned Hussein. What'd you say? You mentioned the crowd part. What that mean, darling? What you? Oh, no, I didn't do that. Yeah. What did I say, babe? Wait. Yeah, put user in timeout because you're getting on my nerves. All right. Yeah. What do you mean? You mentioned the crowd part? I'm I'm lost. Yeah, meaning when I'm talking about these individuals who's on social media, right? Is that it's the same thing every year. Every single year, you've been listening to the same kind of brainwashing tactic, right? It's brainwashing. And as much as you might not believe it, it is. And this is why it keeps occurring every year, because people have been brainwashed into the same thing over and over and over again. And after a while, you begin to feel the effects of the brainwashing. Real talk. And I don't want to get brainwashed by these people. And that's why I keep saying I'm going to create original content. As boring as it might seem, as uninteresting as it might be, sometimes this is what we need, because we are continually being brainwashed by these ding-dongs on social media. And you want to listen to it over and over again. And if you don't get to hear it, then you feel like you're missing out on something. Yeah. So on I'm a Rasta for Life, this is what we do here. We don't follow the crowd. And that's basically it. And I'm just showing that with original content, you will get new subs. I have created at least, I would say 5 to 8, 10 subs. When I log on, I've increased my subs by just being here as a presence and presenting myself. Who like me, who don't like me. You don't have to sub, you don't have to watch, you could log off. That's all. I continue to create my own content because I don't want to be having to deal with the brainwashing tactics of these people. I'm sorry, there's too many of them on social media creating damage and havoc. I don't think I should be engaging in any kind of argument about them because it's exhausting. And they're all a bunch of liars. And again, because I don't know these people on social media. I don't know who friends with who behind closed door, who I call who behind closed door, and who's pretending they don't know who is. That's too much deceit, and I can't deal with it. Because me will tell you, boy, you worry, what's it not? If I find out somebody has deceived me on social media. No, I'm just no. So I keep in my lane, my Rasta lane. I keep in my dirty Rasta lane, and I don't come off it. Because I know the kind of mindset that's on social media. It's not a good mindset. You have a lot of unstable people in the Jamaican diaspora. A lot of unstable people, real big Ooman talk, and they're trying to present themselves as being normal, and they're not. Rehabilitation entails that you're able to come out into the public and conduct yourself as a normal, regular human being after being incarcerated. If you're not able to do that, you need more rehabilitation, because what's going to happen is you will further become more of a menace to society. And you clearly see that on social media. A lot of people need rehabilitation who's been incarcerated. They do. Counseling and therapy. Now, if they are utilizing those methods, there's a high possibility, that medications have been prescribed. Real Nurse 101 talk. When you miss a dose of your medication, that's when all of the anxiety attacks come out and you start acting cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Real Nurse 101 talk. Real big man things. Yeah. What you will see on social media is the unveiling of instability and unstableness. And when you see these individuals, you are to keep away from them. Good evening, Vicky. When you don't keep away from them, you clearly see what happens. When you do keep away from them, you clearly see what happens. They come after you because they're unstable. When you're incarcerated, do you know how traumatic that is? To be locked up in prison X amount of years. Now, if you're a woman and you're locked up in prison, that's not, something easy, to handle, because you got these prison bullies, other prison women bullies, who will try to take you on and take you over. Now, if you're not strong enough, right, to handle that trauma, right, if you're not, if not everyone's built this way, and some people will give into, the behavior, right? Okay. Then you got the bullies. Then you got the crazies. Then you got the guards that you got to deal with. It's a whole community of madness. I don't know. I'm just using my imagination. When you're incarcerated, because I've never been incarcerated. I don't have a prison record, jail record, none of that. So I don't know. But I'm just imagining, right? Now, when you write a book detailing your experience, right? And it hits, the bookshelves. And then you get to hear the title of the book. Let me say, for example, a book called A Wretch Like Me. Is this book called This is a book, A Wretch Like Me. Now, so that's a self-title. That's a self-title. And it's describing an individual who sees themselves as a wretch. Now, there could be different scenarios. Either somebody called, the individual a wretch, and she used it as her title for the book. A wretch like me. But would you call that a self-fulfilling prophecy to describe yourself on a book cover as a wretch? It's very interesting. It's very interesting. Because then that's the psyche, that's the mindset, that's how you feel about this book called A Wretch Like Me. So on social media, are you presenting yourself as a wretch? I'm just asking for a friend. And I suppose that was a form of therapy, but you didn't really go into it the way you should have. And I've been saying this a while, that if you had used your incarceration experience as a mode of motivating others, not to take the path that you took, you do not know how well you would have done if you had did that. Because most people take their experiences and highlight it, to help other people, not to do, and this is the reason why, because when I did this and this, that, you haven't been truthfully honest with your whole experience of being a wretch like you. But when you go on social media, you see the wretch like you, a wretch like you. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that just like, wow? And the book is really to detail your plight, your years of being locked up and whatever. But I continue to say that you have not been rehabilitated fully. Mm-mm. No. You need counseling. It's reaching to the point now where, ones are like, because you're so toxic. Because a wretch like you needs more rehabilitation. And that's nobody's fault but your own. And in your case, like I said before, you don't have a forgiving spirit or a soul. Because a wretch like you is so busy blaming others, for your, past transgressions. And when I hear you talk about all of these, who bringing drugs in Jamaica and who's under the influence and who's doing this and they must be doing this because if they wasn't doing this they couldn't go out there and do the things they do. But yet when you was in your predicament, you was not thinking of the amount of people who would suffer the consequences if you came in with that package that you had on you, in you, I don't know. They call you all kind of names. But I am saying, morally and consciously, were you thinking of the consequences of what you were doing, which would contaminate population of people, because you were also bringing in these things, for monetary gain, and you didn't care how many lives that it would, destroy. And you don't come out in a way where you acknowledge and say, well, even me myself, when I was doing XYZ, I wasn't thinking of the amount of lives that I would be helping to, you know, you you don't say stuff like that. Because you're a wretch. Don't forget, a wretch like you cannot communicate in that way. To acknowledge your wrongs and to empower ones, you know, no. You don't you take no responsibility, a wretch like you, for any of your actions. You blame people. In the title of a book, ones want to read a good book. And again, marketing practices, right? You name a wretch like me because you want people to read your story. Right? Is it a good one? So this is why I try not to give these people energy, because again, you start to you begin to converse about these people, and you see how it go. And that's why I don't want to talk about them, because it takes up too much energy. The most that you can do is just talk about the experiences that this individual has gone through. This is what I said, color girl. When it comes to Matthew 18, right? And the last verse, which is 35, which is what, the Creator says, the Father says. You want me to forgive you, right? You call on me always for forgiveness. Everybody, me, everybody, right? You want me to forgive you all the time. On the call upon Jesus. Jesus! Right? Everybody calls on Jesus for forgiveness. I want to be forgiven. I want to be forgiven. But it's hard for individuals to be able to forgive another. And the Father says, if we don't forgive, how you want me to forgive you, but you don't have a forgiving spirit to others? We just went over this earlier. You missed it, right, color girl? Exactly right. That's just what we said. And for her, I said the same thing. The same thing, color girl, 20, 30 minutes earlier. She has to forgive herself. And she hasn't. And that's the sad part about it. Self-forgiveness. You've got to reflect. You've got to go inside and say, well, I did do X, Y, and Z. I did. Okay, all right, I did it. I served my time. Why am I out here acting a fool? And like I said, if it was me, and me bake, because if me start bake, it will be over. But I can bake, but anyway. But if it was me and I'm a baker, and I see some other individual who's doing well, I'm gonna try to link with this individual because she got the stuff going on. And I would try to be nice to this individual, because this could be a way for me to, yeah. It's not that you're being fake and phony, but sometimes you need that little oomph, to get to where you're going. And then you could always just be like, if it wasn't for, and I thank you so much, because you did this, now I can do this, and everybody's happy. No, no, no. This world is big enough. Social media is big enough for everybody to do what they're doing. It's big enough. You have to concentrate on what you're doing. And again, because these people live out the people them lives, they will not accomplish what they need to do. Because why? You don't have the forgiveness in yourself. A wretch like you. And my thing is, you can forgive. I can forgive. We all can forgive. But I will love you from way over there, so. There's not going to be no skip to me loo. Me a want no. There ain't going to be no skip to me looing. Okay? Alright. So you can't forgive. No color girl. You can imagine me start being Rasta cake. I should really do some Rasta cakes. Some red, gold, and green Rasta cakes. Yes, the Rasta said I cake them. Yes, boy. We have Rasta carrot cake. We have Rasta cranberry cake. Rasta cranberry cake. And Rasta wait, call the next one. wait, we got wait. All right, we got carrot, cranberry. What else? Gold. Rasta yellow cake. We have 3 assortment: red, gold, and green. How are your cakes now? Me I gonna get them ready for you know. Me no want nobody come kill me out now. Only say me out, come on, the world is big enough for everybody. Me they are big foreign, so me no feel like say. Me can't sell some Rasta cake like the whole, bakery. What a backside from the backside if you start bake cake. I'm just playing. I ain't baking no cakes. I'm selling oils. Yeah, right. I forgot all about my oils. But I didn't forget them. They're just there. Oh, well. Now we ain't doing no cakes. No. But this is what I'm saying. If I was doing cakes, I would make friends with a lot of people on social media. Are you sick? I'm not going to be envying and hating on people because they baking cakes and this one's baking cakes. So what's your situation? You can't bake cakes and cupcakes and all these things? Everybody knows your secrets. They're blurting them out. This is what happens. All these years and you feel like, say, you see how these people are, and this is why I said people are being brainwashed. People are coconut cake, thank you, yes. Rasta coconut cake, we have 4. We have the cranberry, the carrot, what the next one? The coconut, oh, there's one missing. Oh, and the yellow, yeah. Now the new addition of the coconut one. We are gonna make the glaze ourselves. We are gonna make with one sauce and all of these things. Yes, me a copy you. Yeah, we are gonna use the sauce, because we see how they make the sauce. And we are gonna do the thing with the cake then. We not do it for the pudding. So we are gonna get the sauce and we are gonna pour it over the cake then and push them back in the oven and just make them up nice and pretty. Oh God, the glassiness. Then we are gonna fill it up with some coconut flakes. Spread it over the yellow cake. Woo Lord, when you taste in the cake there. I'm just playing. It's Color Girl. She's a troublemaker. So a wretch like you, everybody knows your secrets, right? It's out, because I don't know. It's just amazing. right? And you don't get to see that with all of the years that you've wasted, you have shown absolutely no growth. And what you're getting to see, that everything that you've said, it's not funny, color girl. Everything that you've said in the past has now caught up to you. You watch God work. Now everybody wanna sing Kumbaya, my Lord, Kumbaya, Kumbaya, my Lord, Kumbaya. Right? Everybody wanna sing Kumbaya now. You're gonna get forgiven, but there ain't gonna be no Kumbaya, okay? There'll be forgiveness and all of that, but there ain't gonna be no Kumbaya nowhere. Right. So the brainwashing technique, this is what I'm showing you guys. When you go on social media and you let these people brainwash you, and they brainwash you and they brainwash you, and then when you hit reality, you see you've been brainwashed because all that they're saying is not true. She can't come a foreign. She can't come yes so. She can't go there so. She can't go up there so. She can't go over there so. She can't go behind there so. She can't go left. She can't go right. She can't go up. She can't go down. You know, see all the people them brainwash on them. You know, see all the world I want to get brainwashed. Brainwashed because it's not true. You listen to these people for all these years by them I do use brainwashing tactics. And Uno listen to it for all these years. I've listened to it's not just Uno, me too, but I haven't been brainwashed like Uno. And they brainwash you guys to the point that you believe what they say. Now, even though they saying what they're saying, they believe what they're saying. But they brainwashing others. And the ones they brainwash say, I true, you know, because you look how long. I true, you know, behind closed doors, right? Behind closed doors. I true, you know, because look how long. I true, you know. Because I don't know how it takes so long. And they're carrying on, right? This is all behind closed doors. And then, boop, bop. New York, concrete. There's nothing you can't do while you're in New York. Everybody in a shock. Concrete jungle where dreams come true. Living in New York. So now everybody dumbfounded. Everybody I run for them tail. Every dog I try catch for in tail. Them I spin around, them I spin around, them I spin around, I can't catch the tail. No, sir. And this is why you mustn't listen to ding-dong people. They will lead you astray all the way. So you get brainwashed when you listen to them. New York, yes. Think about it, guys. Just think about it. Think about it. You get brainwashed because you're listening to the same thing over and over and over and over and over again for 5 years. You know, sister, a brainwashing are going. It's a tactic. It's a military tactic, and ones can use this to affect people and the way they think. Yeah. Yeah. It happens in the real world. And this is why people must think for themselves, color girl. This is very important, color girl. When you're able to think for yourself is the most important thing. Even though you don't agree, you're observing, you're watching, but you know, but you're able to think independently for yourself, and you come to your own conclusions individually without including a crowd. Now, when everything washes out, you say, well, There they go, they wrong again. But you ain't had no part in it. I am not easily led, and I will not be brainwashed. And that's what happens when you turn on social media and you listen to these people on an everyday basis. With the negativity, with the he say, she saying, with the convoluted, fake narratives that they give out, okay, for nearly 5 years. And, people will hear and believe. They will hear it and believe it. Because they keep hearing it over and over again. And they want to keep hearing it over and over again. And this is what they live for. Over and over again. They've been brainwashed. And it takes a whole lot of therapy to undo the brainwashing. And so I try my bestest not to listen to these people like it's my cup of tea. Like I have to, I got to. No, no. Other people are doing it and playing whatever. If you want to get little tidbits of whatever, you can go to wherever and listen to little tidbits and so forth. But to say you're going to be on these people platform every single day for 5 years and listen to the garbage, even though we're hearing it in bits and pieces over the years going on, but not to the point where you're in it 24 hours a day continuously on the same thing over and over and over and over again. You've been brainwashed. I mean, I met nobody use no brainwashing anything on me on social media. You ain't gonna feed into my brain where you think when it comes to people and their operations. You understand, color girl? It's not, it's this that ones feel like if you're not talking what they talking, then you can disappear. Go away, because I don't care. I'm not going to be talking what you're talking. I'm going to counteract what you're saying, by saying either through the Bible, Matthew, for you have to be able to forgive in order to be forgiven. It's not about sorry, I'm sorry, not. It has nothing to do with that. Absolutely nothing. It's, are you able to forgive yourself first? And when you get over that hump, everything else will become clearer to you. But you're living in a cloud of unforgiveness, and you cannot do that. And you cannot say that God gonna handle them and God gonna this and Jesus and all that. You cannot say that, because you've given the power. You have been given the God-given right to forgive, and you refuse. Meaning, whatever's in your heart that you feel, or whatever it is, you should just you should forgive yourself. You, it's as easy as ABC. Do, re, mi, 1, 2, 3. You forgive yourself. And then you got to ask the Father for forgiveness. It's simple. Free up yourself, man. Just free up yourself. And this is where you see the two-faced hypocrisy, the whole of everything that I've been saying when it comes to the God factor, the father figure, the creator, the designer, the architect. None of that comes into play where these people are concerned. He only comes into play when it comes to, you watch what God are going to do them. You watch when God finish with them. You watch when this, that. That's the only time the Father is included. Only time. But me there here for me gonna know say, when it comes to social and life, this is what Matthew is talking about. Matthew. When it comes to us as people on earth, do you have a forgiving spirit? Are you able to forgive past transgressions that others have put on you? Again, the Father made it very, very clear that you want me to forgive you for your transgressions. You, me, the Creator, the one. Me must forgive the whole I want. But when it comes to the brotherhood of man, on a heart turned to stone. How that work? So, the concept of forgiving is, to enable one, to free up themselves. Because sometimes when, transgressions occur, they occur also because of other people who are influenced by these people. And because they're influenced by these people and they listen to what these people say, they believe it as being true. And they go on their platform and start blurting out all kind of he say, she says of what they've heard about individuals. And then when you turn around, you realize that you've been set up because half of the things that this person told you is not true about the individual. So what happens behind closed doors? Not all of us know. But when you see someone say that they forgave this person of their transgressions, that's also an honorary act, because you get to see that all of the things that were being said, I suppose 3/4 of them was, based on, things that were told, to the individual. And some of these people, yeah, color girl, thank you. Right, some of these people, they want the information so bad that they just want to hear it and say, a lie, a true, when, how, oh my goodness, no man, it can't be, and then here they go with it. And then, years later, you see you see an act, and you're like, what is going on here on this 360? Right? You say, what in the 360 is going on here? And that's a show of forgiveness. A lot of people can't do that. A lot of people cannot do that. A lot of people cannot do that. And then they look and say, no, no, but I looked on it like, well, that was very, I was kind of confused, but I figured it out. Why? Yes, I figured that one out. Yeah. Because when you're guided by others and you get all misinformation, you get caught up in everything, and you're like, oh my Lord, look what I done did. Look what I've done. Mhm. So there's a reason for the forgiveness, and nobody needs to nobody needs to try to figure out why. It's 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 by example, right? You lead by example. So that's a good example of one being able to forgive. But love from afar is wonderful. And that's why I read my Bible, because it's very inspiring when it comes to life and how to deal with others. And yet we forget these things in life. We forget that what the Lord says we should do, we go against what he says, and we get all angry and upset, and we want revenge, and you want this. The Lord says revenge is mine. But what he can do for us is to put others in our path to complete his revenge. Yeah. And he can only do that through man. Don't forget, he that's the only way he can do it, other than using other elements and other things that he could use. But when he says revenge is mine, he's gonna use a vessel, a human vessel, in order to take and complete out that revenge. Real talk. And that's why revenge is his. It's not ours. It's not. And where forgiveness comes in is you as a human being having that godlike spirit where you want him to forgive you, for your transgressions. You want the Father to forgive you for your transgressions. The Heavenly Father, you want him to forgive you. I want him to forgive me. And we want that forgiveness. And we want him to have mercy on us and to forgive us. Please, Lord, please. But he says, are you willing to forgive your brethren? Because if me can't forgive you, why you can't forgive him? What's the situation? Hmm? What's the situation? And that's the word in the Bible, Matthew 28. No. Matthew 18, verses 35. The last verse, right? The last verse in Matthew 18. It's very powerful, right? And that's the last verse in Matthew 18, right? You're to forgive your brother, your sister. You're to forgive them. Because if you seeking forgiveness from me, and me will forgive you, why you can't forgive Tom Jones? Hmm? What's in your heart that's so not forgiving? But for my heart, the creator, I must just forgive everybody. That's not how it works on earth. That's not the way it goes. Good? Okay then. So, a wretch like you need to forgive yourself and quit with the carrying on. A wretch like you, your self-titledness, a wretch like you. That's how you feel about yourself, that you're a wretch? Hmm? Because, again, you've exhibited wretch-like behavior on social media. Wretched behavior. And your book name, A Wretch Like Me. You need to change the title of that book. No longer a wretch. So, again, incarceration is not an easy process for nobody, especially a woman. And yes, you see that color girl? Imagine you write a book named A Wretch Like Me, and you're there on social media acting like a wretch. When she do our next book, she needs to change that because she's cursing herself. Because we see your mindset is of a wretch. And you write the book, say A Wretch Like Me. So you know exactly who you is. Real talk. Even though you was locked up in prison, but that still have you as a wretch? Or that make you a wretch and you're going to be a menace to society because you get locked up? So now you're going to make everybody pay. That's not how it goes. Everything you try to do, you fail. Have you seen this? It is what it is. Everything that you have tried on social media, people have put up roadblocks. It's not people. Again, the Father uses vessels to take revenge on people for others. Always remember this. Please to remember this. Him cannot do it physically himself. Him have to use others to do it for him. And you clearly see this is what's going on. And who does he use? The people who are familiar with a wretch like you. Real big Ooman things. Okay? A character in your book. A character which is you. A wretch. I would suggest you get some more rehabilitation. You need more therapy and counseling because you have not been fully rehabilitated. It's clear. Other people have been incarcerated and they don't act like you. You're not the only one that's been locked up in prison. A lot of people have been locked up in prison and they come out and they tell their story and they get hundreds and thousands of views and they ask questions, and you can make a blog on just that alone. People will not be bored. And then you can go into your cake thingy. They would purchase your cupcakes and your this, that, that, this, that, because you're out there not being a wretch. Thank you, color girl. Right? Me, I would be blabbing about every part of the incarceration from them open the gate to when we get inside. I would attack everything when we got through. Yes, I would. I would talk about everything. Who try to rape me off and all these things. And I want me to fight. I mean, a plan for be nobody, you know why I rate it. I mean, I have to make sure me have my fork and me wherever me bleed or wherever I have to cut up some girl because you know I got to take me all these things. And once I get over that, then I start telling you how it was and what we had to do in the day and the night and, you know, where I got my education while I was locked up. Yes, I did. And the things that you went through, your thoughts, how you felt, that's therapy. That's good therapy for you. But no, you went on the revenge path. You cannot do that because revenge is not yours. And because you keep on doing it over and over again, you get a beaten. Bolu, okay, darling. And that's why you're getting a beaten. and you refuse to see how it go on social media. And it's not about you not being able to make no money, it's because you're being blocked from doing it. Revenge is mine, saith the Lord. So I don't take this lightly when it comes to the Creator, when it comes to the Father and His words. I don't play around with them because they will come to pass. In all of our lives, it will come to pass. And if you're on social media acting like a ding-dong, we're going to see it come to pass on social media. And this is what we get to see. Okay, Baloo, baby, don't forget to, subscribe as you're saying goodbye. Okay, I don't want to be on here too long. I'm going to go. But I appreciate you guys. Color Girl, thank you for your input and everything. But I was just trying to show how to deal with original content as much as you're talking about a particular individual. But again, it's not in a way where you're bashing them, but you're trying to enlighten a situation with real talk, with real big Ooman things, real big Ooman things, because we're grown women. We're not little children. We're not teenagers. We're big grown adults. And we should act accordingly on social media. Please forgive yourself. You have to learn to forgive yourself first. All of us have to learn to forgive ourselves first. And then you go to the Father and ask Him for forgiveness. And things will be better. Color Girl, thank you for joining me. Baloo, it is what it is. Best upon a good self. Philippa, don't forget to subscribe, girl. Vicky Lewis, best up yourself, darling. Hossein, Kazemi, thank you for joining me. Vegan, my darling, thank you, sweetheart. Hussein again. Vegan, Kazemi, Angela, darling. Where you went, gaming guy? Where did gaming guy go? And Connor. Okay, Connor, baby. Thank you for joining me, sweetheart. You and gaming guy. I love you guys. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Angela, Connor. Vegan. Thank you so much. Taylor Swift, what's up, girl? I didn't see you, Taylor. I do, Connor. I like netball, tennis, swimming. Angela, darling. Yo, Taylor, what's up, baby? I didn't see you. Gaming guy again. Thank you for joining me, guys. I really appreciate it. I really do. Connor, Hussein, I love it. Thank you. And this is what I'm talking about. These are all individuals that ones don't know. These are my peoples, okay? Mr. King. How you doing, Mr. King? And that's what I'm trying to, achieve, right? I'm trying to achieve, my own followers, my own people. Yeah, Gain Shan, whatever. Anita, darling, it is what it is. Terry, what's up, Terry? Baloo, hi, darling. Shahi Julaine, hi, honey bunny. Thank you, guys. Terry and Baloo, thank you, honey. Bless up yourself, Terry Bogar. Akuma. That looks like Ghana. Look like Ghana. Ghana. I love you guys. Akuma, hi, baby. Don't forget to subscribe. Abrielle, I love you too, babe. I love you guys very much. Thank you for joining me on the Big Ooman Tings. Remember, tomorrow's Tuesday. Mixy and messy.